Hey GFX friends, welcome back. Today I'm looking at one of the stupidest multi-effect systems of all time and one of my favorites. It's the lovable Alesis GuitarFX. It's just an oddly shaped blue box full of insanity. It's got the weirdest set of effects. I think every guitarist should try one at least once. This is the Alesis GuitarFX. Okay, so this is a bit of a cross-section of the kind of effects that the Alesis GuitarFX offers. It does have all your basics like overdrive, distortion, fuzz, etc., and some amp models as well, but really, the appeal in this effects unit is in the fun factor of all these crazy modulations, which you can load on top of each other as well. Let's take a closer look. So here's our front panel. It starts off with our effects chaining here, which is pretty logical and straightforward. You've got your acoustics, overdrives, various different tones here, and 3 cabinet simulations. Then it starts to get weird. We get our first layer of modulation and other kinds of effects there. There is a wah setting, and you can plug in an expression pedal. I'll demo that as well. Some familiar old friends like ring modulator and phaser and so on, flanger, and 1 or 2 other extras like cry, step filter, and slow attack. Over on the other side, we can do it all again. We've got wah again and phaser, so you can have phaser on top of phaser, or phaser working with flanger, things like that, which are quite unusual in multi-effect systems. The list isn't quite as extensive this time, but I think the point's been made. You can layer modulations on top of modulations and go into effects 3. Here it's another layer of modulation. This time it's more centered around delay and reverb, but there are still a few extra interesting ones, particularly down the bottom here. Again, we see a potential double up on chorus and flanger, plus rotary and pitch there, so straight away you're probably mapping in your mind some very unusual combinations of similar effects that you could make here. And finally at the end, if you really want to go dirty, this is the digital effects section, which amuses me slightly because obviously the whole thing is completely digital, but this one gives you digital effects in the sense of changing bit rates and things like that. So you've got your decimator effect there and bit reducer. Now I know this is pretty much just a toy, but this section at the end here does open up some doors for connecting other instruments to the guitar effects. I think the obvious one for a lot of multi-instrumentalists out there is to use these effects with drum beats and electronic bass lines. Bit reduction and decimation is a great way to grit up these kinds of sounds. So I think if anything, Alesis have limited themselves a little bit by calling this the guitar effects when clearly there's a much broader application. Let's take a look around the back. Well, absolutely no surprises. That's your guitar input socket on the left, expression pedal input in the middle, power, and your output to headphones or amp. So that's my overview of the Alesis GuitarFX. It is a really fun unit. It's also one that I've demonstrated before in years gone by on GearFacts, so I'll provide some links to those. Thanks for liking, commenting, or subscribing, particularly for your comments, guys. I do like hearing from you, and I do try to respond to everything that comes through. And just to finish off, I did say that I would demonstrate the effect that connecting an expression pedal has on this unit, so I will do that as a separate DAW recorded demo of the Alesis GuitarFX. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing or liking and all that other stuff, and thanks again and again and again and again. See you next time on GearFacts.